Big win for the Arizona State Sun Devils on Friday night, 27-19, beating number 16 Utah. Let's go over to the highest graded players from this win for Arizona State. Highest graded player was Caleb McCullough, 91 grade, the linebacker with this one. Keith Abney, 82.7. Cam Skattebo, 81.6, the running back. Jordan Tyson, the wide receiver, at a 75.3. Prince Dorba, a 74.5, the edge defender. And Sam Levitt with a 72.9 grade as well, the quarterback. Let's go over to the Utah side with their highest graded players in this game. Offensive tackle Spencer Fano was their highest graded player at 81.6. Junior Tafuna at a 72.1. Smith Snowden, the corner, at a 70.8. Tanoa Togiai at a 70.7, the offensive guard. Mekhi Bernard at 70.4. And Cam Rising in his return, 45.5 grade. Dalton, for you, what was that little story?
So you're going to do the Cam Rising thing, so I'm going the other side. I really like this Arizona State defense. I do. They're just so much fun to watch. They're really aggressive. Again, another balanced unit. They got different playmakers every week, and they just want to hit people. But you know what? Big key in this game was making tackles, okay, especially when you're facing Mekhi Bernard, who's really good after contact, and you know you're going to stop the run regardless of who the quarterback was. Arizona State only missed 6 tackles in this game, and over their previous 3 games, they had missed 44. They allowed 4.9 yards per carry. Look, Bernard, he had 190 total yards. He showed up. But when the rest of those guys, when it came to the rest of the Utah playmakers making plays, didn't happen. The rest of the team only had 159 total yards, right? So obviously Bernard was a tough task, but Arizona State tackled very well, played physical like they always do, forced turnovers, which is a huge thing in this game. That was really the biggest thing in this game. Their defense, again, I've talked about it, team effort. They go out there, no matter what the result is, they want to walk off the field a more physical team, and they were that in this game. I thought their defense was just outstanding.
Yeah, they were really, really good in this game. But my side of the story that tells the story, Dalton, Cam Rising on 10-plus yard throws, 5 for 17 with 3 interceptions on 10-plus yard throws in this game. 33.5 passing grade, no big-time throws, 3 turnover-worthy plays and 10-plus yard throws. Adjusted completion rate, which, again, is your completion percentage plus any drops your receivers have. So, in theory, it should be a lot higher than what your completion percentage actually is. 41.2% on 10-plus yard throws in this game. His passer rating, Dalton, on 10-plus yard throws, 13.5. Kyle Whittingham said it, and this is the first time you said it, the first time he's ever shown his cards. He's the best poker player in college football. First time he showed his cards when he said, hey, Cam Rising's probably like 80% right now.
Yeah.
He looked less than 80%.
He said something to the effect of pretty much what gives us a better shot to win, Cam at 80% or Isaac Wilson, and pretty much he was talking about he had to make that decision. It was odd.
Almost like an insult to Isaac Wilson a little bit.
It was odd to see him tip his hand. Right, yep. And it was like, okay, maybe they're playing Cam now to just try to find the spark, because Isaac, I mean, he's a young kid, right?
No, he's a true freshman, yeah.
He's a young kid. He was struggling, obviously. He's got a long way to go. It felt like he tipped his hand a little bit, and Cam just didn't physically, he didn't look right.
No, I was just going to say, listen, Cam, it wasn't a good performance by him. It looks like he should not have been out there, honestly. That finger injury is clearly affecting him. He had 0 zip on those throws, man. 0 zip on those throws. Listen, he didn't have a strong arm before that, but with that finger injury on his throwing hand, I mean, he could not throw the ball downfield. It was jarring, honestly. And I would have put Isaac Wilson in at some point in that game. I didn't think they were going to win that game. Cam Rising, a quarterback. But yeah, I mean, he's not healthy right now. And that's the story of his career, unfortunately, for Cam Rising. But yeah, I thought there was a chance he'd be ready to go in this one, and he was not close to 100% in this game. That's why ultimately he was that ineffective on deep throws. He was better in the short and in the short game, but on deeper throws he didn't have the arm to get it, and his hand honestly was still not healthy enough.
Yeah, no, and now Utah is now feeling their season on the brink right now with their quarterback situation. Right now they have the lowest passing grade as a team in the Power 5. You don't win a whole lot of games like that. I know we've seen in the past teams like Iowa skid by doing that. But Utah is not so elite in other areas of their team that they can overcome the lowest passing grade in the Power 5. I think it's a bottom 5 in the country. I got to check on that, but I know it's the lowest in the Power 5. This is where it's at, is that they were waiting for Cam Rising, and now they might have put him back in there too soon, and physically it wasn't ready. So the turnovers, the lack of balance, it really made the difference. It kept Arizona State in this game when they were behind, and then Arizona State finally just found some cracks with Cam Skattebo. A lot of props to Kenny Dillingham in that program.
Oh, absolutely.
Just unreal turnaround
hell of a job
they're on right now, and they're one of the teams, you know what? I don't know if they'll win the Big 12, but I can't say they're out of it. Look, this is legitimate. You got 3 teams in the Big 12 that are 3-0 and 5 that are 2-1. We got a long way to go in this race, and Arizona State appears to want to stay in it.
Yeah. Dalton, for you, the most impressive player was also the highest graded player for Arizona State. He balled out in this game.
Oh, yeah. Caleb McCullough playing a season-high number of snaps. He had not played he played over 50 snaps in this game, played a season-high number of snaps, 12 tackles, 4 stops. He had 2 of those 3 interceptions in those intermediate windows, 91.9 coverage grade, 74.3 run defense grade. You know, sometimes in big games, you need one guy to just step up and play out of his mind. That was Caleb McCullough in this game, and I think it just speaks to Arizona State's team, especially their defense. And I got to be honest with you, does it feel like we know, and you're going to do it now, but we know how Cam Skattebo runs, and he's like one of the most angry runners.
Yep.
Does it not feel like their entire team just plays like Cam Skattebo now?
Oh, they're angry. They're angry.
And their defense.
Even Dillingham in his press conference is like angry. You could tell. He's like, no, we're coming now.
They are just, I don't know who irritated them or if it was all the preseason doubts or what, but I'm telling you, they just play this physical brand of football that win or lose, they're not fun to play against. And that's what you saw in that level of physicality. And then, again, the playmaking, too, the 2 interceptions from McCullough, huge plays. One of them was down, the early one was well down in the red zone when Utah was driving in to score. It was almost shocking to see it. So, no, Arizona State, what a turnaround they're on. The defense is awesome. Skattebo's awesome. Sam Levitt, tell you, credit, too, when Sam Levitt came out of the game for a bit. Jeff Sims coming in scoring a touchdown. He deserves a lot of credit for that. That was a big sequence in that game where, anytime your backup comes in, it could get away from you. And Jeff Sims really struggled last year at Nebraska, but scoring a touchdown in that spot, you got 2 quarterbacks contributing. I'm always for that. Look, Arizona State, that was a really good team win for them.
Absolutely. It was a huge win for them. I'll go Cam Skattebo. That was my most impressive part of this game. 81.7 grade, 158 rushing yards, 99 yards after contact, 2 rushing touchdowns, 9 forced missed tackles, 4 catches on 4 targets for 41 yards. He had 199 total yards. Arizona State as a team had 343. I mean, he is really the engine of the offense. I said that before. He's probably the entire car of the offense, honestly, the way he's playing right now.
You know what's funny, too? Does it feel like anytime we see him in a big spot, he just keeps getting better in the second half of these games? It's the number of times.
It's like the Derrick Henry thing, where the more you hit him, it's like the more he just keeps going. Man.
It just feeds into it. Yeah. It's like Cam Scott. He's like, it feels like in the fourth quarter, he's like the hardest guy in the country to tackle. It's nuts.
That run to seal it was awesome.
It's unreal.
Run. Yeah. Cam Skattebo is a stud for Arizona State. He is a really, really good player and a really, really good win for Arizona State over a top 20 team in Utah, beating them by 8 points. And how about Kane Dillingham afterwards said, hey, by the way, for all of you bettors out there that took our over in the preseason win total, we've hit our over already. He said, for all the money you've won on that, put it back into the collective. That way we can keep winning these games. So he said, hey, anyone who bet on us.
That's great stuff.
I love that. Kenny Dillingham is a quote machine right now. That guy is awesome.
So, him falling into the sea of ASU students and people.
Just screaming at them. Awesome. Like, he was loving it, dude. He was in his element in that storm in the field. It was great performance by them.